acknowledge the salute. Parade Commander, please. Thank you, Premier. Ladies and gentlemen, a national anthem will be written. All men in civilian clothes will remove their headdresses. And all police officials in uniform will salute.
Honorable Mayors, may you please rise, and guests.
On your way to Africa, to Trump. On your way to GNU brigades. You like this. Solidarity is still going to report you to your father, Donald, for this selling out position. At your age, solidarity, wasting your time.
We are united here.
We are
There's a lot of
fine.
unity. Even in singing the national anthem,
We are
very
fine.
united with our GNU partners.
brigades.
Hey, we are fine. We are fine. Trump will deal with you for us. Trump. AfriForum, Trump, and solidarity.
AfriForum is going to, all of you are going to pack to America.
Get AfriForum. GNU, you can't even give us a budget till today. You say you are in charge. You are proud of singing Africans when South Africans are waiting for budget. What is that? Don't start with us. We've got the energy for the whole day.
Honorable members and guests, may help me to welcome our Honorable Deputy Speaker, Honorable Mamrobela. Can you give a round of applause, please? Welcome, Honorable Deputy Speaker.
We shall now have a moment of silent prayers and meditation. Thank you. We may be all seated. Good morning, honorable members and very important guests. Yeah, today is a very good day. Good morning, everyone. Let me take this opportunity to welcome honorable members and our guests to the 2025 State of the Province Address. I also welcome our guests who have connected via social media platforms, our listeners, and viewers at various communication platforms are most welcome. Honorable members, and guests, this sitting is convened in terms of Rule 13, subsection 1 of the Standing Rules and Orders of the Limpopo Legislature, only to afford the Premier of the province, Honorable Dr. Phophi Ramathuba, an opportunity to deliver the State of the Province address to the people of the province. I will now go to acknowledge the guests. I must state it upfront that if you are not acknowledged, don't feel like you are not welcome. It might happen that by the time the guest list was concluded, maybe the confirmation might not have been arrived. So all of you, you are only welcome. But let me acknowledge the following guests for today's event. It is my honor to welcome you, Premier of the province of Limpopo, Honorable Dr. Phophi Ramathuba, and Mme Ramathuba, who's your guest today. Our mother is warmly welcomed as well. Let me also take this opportunity to welcome the Deputy Speaker of the Limpopo Legislature, Honorable Tebogo Mamrobela, and her family. Let me also welcome my family, Manamela and Makurpechi family. You are warmly welcomed. I welcome here the Minister in the Presidency, Honorable Phophi Ramathuba, the Deputy Minister of Kokta, Honorable Dr. Namani Dixon Masemula, and all members of parliament here with us today, you are most welcome. Members of the executive of the province present here today, you are welcome. The Chief Whip of Limpopo Legislature, Honorable Mukhonyana, you are welcome. Leaders of the opposition parties in Limpopo, and as well the leader of the opposition, Ntate Mapoulo, you are warmly welcome. Members of the National Council of Provinces and your partners, Honorable Judge, President of Limpopo Division of the High Court, Justice Molechi George Paptudi, and your partner, you are warmly welcome. We as well welcome all members of justice present today. Her Majesty Queen Mujaji, the 7th of the Mujaji Queenship, accompanied by Professor Matole Motsecha, and your delegation, you are welcome. The Mujaji royal family members present here, you are warmly welcome. Her Majesty Acting King of Bapedi Kingdom, Me Nyaku Tulare, and your delegation, we welcome you. Chairperson of Limpopo House of Traditional Leaders, Ndabezi Ta Hosingobe, and the Deputy Chair, Khoshiram Mupudu, le committee ya lena ifelelechi le di region tša yona, re a le amogela. Congress of Traditional Leaders in Limpopo, your entire delegation is welcome. This occasion is graced by a number of our senior traditional leaders. I will only mention that were able to be acknowledged as and when they take the accreditation. Khoshi Mloto, Khoshi Ledwaba, Khoshi Dikhale, Khoshi Maila, Khoshi Matlangu, Khoshi Tobejane, Khoshi Adik Lekalakala. Manuwa hina Ndabe Zita usungwa mitwa amkela. Tobela Ramoba, Tobela Mpapudi, Tobela Masia, and Tobela Ntabalala. Nabone botanganedziwa. Limpopo Provincial Commissioner of Police, Lieutenant General Me Khadebe. But as well, it will be important for me to acknowledge Major General Skiepers, who spent the whole week working with him. We welcome him, and the entire team is welcome. Heads of Chapter 9 and 10 institutions in Limpopo. In our midst, we acknowledge former Public Service Commissioner and our veteran, Ntate George Mashamba. You are warmly welcome. He was as well a member of this house. The Director General of the province, Tate Napin Chabeleng, and your heads of departments, the Secretary of Limpopo Legislature, Dr. Tim Make, and Team Limpopo Legislature, welcome. Representative of the national departments and public entities in the Limpopo province, former premiers, MECs, speakers, and deputy speakers today, we welcome former premier of this province, the first premier of the province in 1994, Advocate Phophi Ramathuba. You are welcome, our premier. Former speaker of the Limpopo legislature, Miriam Ramadwa, Ralamorel. Former Deputy Speaker of Limpopo Legislature, Ambassador Azwindini Jeremiah Dingani Ndou, Ralamorel. And former First Lady, Miss Matale, Mohadi Matale, the wife of former Premier, Honorable Castle Matale, who's currently the Deputy Minister of Police, Ralamorela Mama. Former Chairperson of committees and former members of the Limpopo Legislature, you're welcome. Chairperson, Chief Executive Officers of public entities in Limpopo, executive and local mayors in the province, all executive mayors, you are warmly welcome. All mayors of the 22 local municipalities in the province, you are welcome. Our host mayor of Lepelle Nkumbi local municipality, Councillor Dr. Miriam Molala, and your entire PMT and the executive, Reale Amorel. District and local speakers in the whole province. We as well welcome the Speaker of Lepelle Nkumbi, Mayor Joyce, Councillor Joyce Nkwabela, Secretary of Limpopo African National Congress, Musanda Ruben Madaji, you are welcome. And we as well welcome all leaders of political parties that are here, especially those that are represented in the legislature. Veterans, Ntate Rapolo, Maite Mkwana Mashabane, our former minister, she's a member of the Veterans League in the province. You are warmly welcome. Leaders of COSATU and all labor unions, leaders of SANCO, organizations of people with disability and other civil societies. We've got bishops that are here. I might not be able to read all of them, but we as well have representatives from our biggest churches, the ZCC and St. Agnes churches, the South African Council of Churches, led by Bishop Sikwari of Elksa, and all Baruti Bale Sepelang Lebona. We welcome Archbishop Molepo, Archbishop Sekhala, Dean Machaka, Reverend Nema Ukwe, Le Baruti Kamoka Babalengon. We as well welcome the heads of higher education institutions and their delegation, but specifically we welcome the delegation of the Vice Chancellor of the University of Limpopo, led by Professor Mutiba and Professor Dr. A.B. Nwebe, but as well they're accompanied by Professor Kwela as well as Professor Koma, who are with us here in the sitting. We also welcome Miss Teenager South Africa, Miss Pearl Matebula. You are welcome, Ceci, to be with us today. We welcome the business community, the media fraternity, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, comrades, ladies and gentlemen, and all people of Limpopo province who are listening to us via various radio stations, watching us via various TV channels, and via social media platforms. We welcome all of you. Today is a very big day for the people of the province of Limpopo, and everyone in this province and beyond are eagerly waiting to hear from the Premier's address. But anyway, those that have not welcomed by names, feel welcome. This is your home today, the Limpopo Legislature. Honorable members, let me take this opportunity to invite the Premier of Limpopo Province, Honorable Dr. Phophi Ramathuba, to deliver the State of the Province address. Honorable Premier, the podium is yours.
Honorable Speaker, Honorable Speaker of the Legislature, Honorable Makoma, Honorable Speaker of the Legislature, Honorable Makoma Makurpeche, our Deputy Speaker, Honorable Metebogo Mamrobela, members of the Executive Council, honorable members of the Legislature, permanent delegates of the NCOP, Chief Whip of our Legislature, members of the National Assembly present here. I've noted the Deputy Minister Dixon Masemola, Judge President of Limpopo Division of the High Court, and other members of the judiciary, Her Royal Highness, our one and only Queen Mujaji, the seventh of the Balobedu Queenship. Her Royal Highness, Queen Manyaku Tulare, the acting king of the Bapedi Kingship. Representatives of the Limpopo Royal House of the Bavenda Kingship. Our chairperson of the Limpopo House of Traditional and Khoisan Leadership, Hosi Peningobe, and the deputy chairperson and the entire executive. Esteemed traditional leaders of note, our mother, the first female traditional leader to be recognized, Hosi Nwambitwa Wabumbiri. Your worships, the executive mayors, and also all councillors who are present here, representative of the ZCC Church, the Zion Christian Church, representative of the St. Agnes ZCC Church, the leadership of the governing party, my organization, the African National Congress, in present today, as led by Vamsanda Boruben Madaji, leaders of the opposition political parties, former MPs and MPLs, the founding premier of this legislature, Advocate Mwakura Mahlodi, you are also recognized. Our Director General and all heads of department, stalwarts and veterans of our struggle, Provincial Commissioner of the South African Police Services, heads of Chapter 9 and 10 institution, the leadership of our faith-based communities, as led also, I've noted a number of bishops and archbishops that I will not mention by names, but the leadership of the South African Council of Churches, the leadership of organized business and labor, youth, women, and community leaders, distinguished guests, members of the media, ladies and gentlemen, and all the people of our vibrant, beautiful People's Garden of Eden, Limpopo Province, Ndrendi Macheloni, Thobela, Abusheni, Slochile, Huyemore, good morning. Today, I stand before you not merely as the premier of this vibrant province, but also as a custodian of our shared dreams and our shared aspiration, and also of our collective future. As we gathered in this esteemed chamber, let me first acknowledge the rich tapestry of our heritage that weaves through the very fabric of Limpopo, where the tributaries of Palala, of Mogalakwena, of Sand, of Mutare, of Chingwezi, and of the Lipelle rivers accompany the majestic Limpopo River into the Indian Ocean, nurturing the land and the spirit of our people. Honorable Speaker, we took our time last week to pay our last respects to members of the South African National Defence Force following their tragic loss in the Democratic Republic of Congo almost a month ago. 8 of those are from our province, Limpopo. Allow me to begin with a rather profound sense of sorrow and of solidarity, honoring their families for the sacrifice their sons have made. We would like to thank the Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces, President and Head of State, His Excellency, Mr. Matamela Cyril Ramaphosa, for having given these sons the highest honor befitting their bravery, full military funeral with honors. Equally so, we want to thank you, Mr. President, for ensuring that all those who sustained injuries are evacuated safely back home to receive reliable and high-level quality medical care. We once more wish them speedy and full recovery. As we honor the memory of the departed, let us reaffirm our commitment to the ideals they fought for, a peaceful, united Africa, where every nation can flourish. Their bravery will forever be etched in our hearts, serving as a reminder of the vital role we all play in promoting peace and stability in pursuit of our goal of building a better Africa and a just world. Honorable members, we are standing here to deliver our first State of the Province address as the 7th administration. We have spent the past 6 months crafting a delivery framework for the next 5 years. And in line with the cabinet decision to approve the medium-term development plan, MTDP 2024 to 2029, we also reviewed our Limpopo development plan, LDP 2025 to 2030. The process was a participatory one, and it was very inclusive, consulting all key stakeholders, including our municipalities and also the private sector. This will form our work as the 7th administration. The LDP 2025-2030 is a strategic blueprint desired to propel our province towards a sustainable growth, economic resilience, and social upliftment. It serves as an implementation instrument of the National Development Plan, a guiding framework for provincial departments and municipalities, including the private sector, fostering collaboration across sectors to tackle the critical challenges such as unemployment, poverty, and inequality. Our focus remains that of inclusive development that uplifts all our people. We commit ourselves, Honorable Speaker, to the pursuit of inclusive growth, of job creation, and of reduction of poverty while tackling the high cost of living as we build a capable, ethical, and developmental state. In his address, in his State of the Nation address, President Ramaphosa buttressed this when he said, open quote, "Our most urgent task is to grow our economy so that we can create jobs, reduce poverty, and improve the lives of all South Africans." Honorable members, during my inaugural address on the 2nd of August 2024, I spoke of hope, a beacon to guide us on our journey as we navigate the turbulent waters of our socio-economic challenges. The people of Limpopo, Honorable Speaker, have once again spoken when they overwhelmingly mandated the African National Congress to continue with the work we have started 30 years ago. In thanking them, as the 7th administration, we commit to work tirelessly in making sure that the fruits of our liberation accrue to them. As we commemorate the 70 years of Freedom Charter, we will reflect on this journey while considering the landscape of our province, a tapestry woven with both challenges and triumphs. Honorable members, according to Census 2022, Limpopo's population has grown to 6.5 million people, an increase of 1.2 million since 2011. This growth brings with it added responsibilities to ensure that every citizen can thrive and enjoy the benefits of a caring government. While Limpopo's contribution to the national GDP has risen from 7.2 to 7.7%, the stark and painful reality, honorable members, is that at the end of 2024, our unemployment rate stood at 31.9%. This we cannot allow to continue under our watch. The traditional way of doing things has not yielded our desired results. Our people especially the youth. Young people out there are getting impatient with us. Hence, it is time for us to kick that box and start thinking afresh. Honorable members, we've seen our province economy showing resilience in sectors like mining, government services, finance, trade, personal services, and transport. Yet we must consciously industrialize, especially in sectors such as manufacturing, agriculture, and construction to advance inclusive growth and job creation. These sectors have the potential to elevate our growth trajectory and create employment opportunities, even for our low-skilled labor force. Honorable members, our resolve is driven by the need to see Limpopo's economy growing and creating jobs. It is for this reason that we are still steadfast on developing special economic zones, akin to planting seeds in fertile soil, knowing that it will germinate, it will grow, and it will bear fruits. 6 months ago, having spent enough time understanding the challenges towards the operationalization of the long-awaited Musina Makhado SEZ, we have developed a 6-point plan and directed the MEC for LIDED to attend to all the outstanding issues that affected this bedrock of our industrialization agenda. We are proud to report back to this House that various matters that contributed to the delays are being resolved. For example, the land on the north side has finally been released by all national departments, and the Musina Municipality Council would sit, they promised me, on the 28th of February to finalize the rezoning of the land for use by the Musina Makhado SEZ. His Worship, Bo Mayara, Bo Mawera, na n'wina manana xipikara, manana Shirilele, na bo Chief Whip, Bo Fistosi Mafela. This is a task you dare not fail. We want to start working in Musina. Honorable Speaker, there was a thorny issue on the south side of the Musina Makhado SEZ requiring approval of township establishment. We are happy also to report that the Makhado Municipality Tribunal will also sit tomorrow, the 28th of February 2025. I'm sure they were well worried that she must say bad things about us. Let's give her the date to finalize this matter. This approval will lead to the rezoning of the land and then hand over the site to the operator. Having had these matters attended to, we shall now direct the MEC for Provincial Treasury to release those funds that we withheld earlier for reprioritization. This will then allow Musina Makhado SEZ to resume with its operation. Our next task then will be to monitor and put our south side operator on terms to see the project taking shape in the 25-26 financial year. Honorable members, unlike the Musina Makhado SEZ, the Phophi Ramathuba Special Economic Zone is a low-hanging fruit, a buzz with potential, just waiting for us to plug in. Our recent meeting with the Minister of Department of Trade, Industry and Competition resolved to finalize the process of designation of the Phophi Ramathuba Special Economic Zone by doing, amongst others, stakeholder engagement. We are pleased that by the end of March 2025, the DTIC shall have concluded the designation process, opening way for the implementation of the SEZ. To date, we have already over 10 billion investment commitments, of which, if fully implemented, will translate into thousands of jobs. The groundwork is being laid through our industrial park, with the infrastructure development already underway. in partnership with Glencore Mine through the MOU, which we recently signed, a skills development center has been established. While this is in place, we want to again direct the MEC for LIDED to facilitate the integrated skills development plan to be responsive to the SEZ program. This is not limited to economic zones. It is about cultivating a landscape where opportunities blossoms for all. Honorable members, Limpopo's investment growth and industrialization agenda is the first thread to our fabric of progress. Last year, we made a commitment that our investment conference will have to be done completely different, where the focus will not just be on pledges, but also with follow-up on pledges that are made. We are proud, Honorable Speaker, to report to your House that our fourth investment conference was a resounding success, raising up to 120 billion in pledges, far surpassing our 50 billion initial target. I would like to commend the collective efforts towards the realization of this achievement. Even more pleasing is that 60% of the recent pledges are earmarked towards renewable energy, which is a panacea to the current energy crisis. We recently signed agreements with various companies that made pledges on the margins of the 2025 mining Indaba, which was held in Cape Town. For example, the Neuromorphogenics Africa, Pty Ltd, in partnership with Mukufi Agro-Processing and Essential Oil, a local entrepreneur, they made during our conference a 9.8 billion investment pledge for Mopani solar project. Significant progress has been made so far in planning the project that will use both wind and sun to generate power, thereby Mopani Habosipikara. Solar and wind projects in Mopani are breaking ground, and mines in Phophi are pioneering solar ventures, ensuring sustainable energy for our growing industry. The Limpopo Premier and the Ambassador of the People's Republic of China to South Africa were joined by the leadership of Sino Steel Samanco TFCPV for a groundbreaking ceremony in Steelport, Tubatsi, for a solar plant in November 2024, just after the visit to China. As a reminder, this investment will have the capacity to produce 1,000 megawatts of solar photovoltaic power. However, in compliance with the applicable legislative framework, the plant is producing as a start 100 megawatts. This project is anticipated to create between 1,000 and 1,500 jobs. Honorable Speaker, while we acknowledge the current challenges we are facing regarding load reduction in some areas, we want to reassure our people of Limpopo that we are working with the Minister of Electricity and also ESCOM for us to resolve these challenges, and we will resolve these challenges, believe us. As a reminder, in 1996, only 36% of our people had access to electricity. As we speak, according to General Household Survey of 2023, 97.1% of our people have access to electricity, putting Limpopo as #1 in the country. This simple means, honorable members, that an ordinary household in a village can now charge their cell phones. They can switch on their lights and also watch their favorite soapies, whether it's Mubango or Giani, Land of Blood, or Skim Sam. Unlike in the past, honorable members, where to watch my favorite soapy, Bophelo ke Sempego, of Melody ya Mogokolo Shkramankusheng, I had to go to the local store and I had to part ways with my last 2 bob in order to watch Mankusheng. Today, a child growing in Mashamba village watch in their own RDP house. Honorable member, work has already begun to ensure that the remaining 2.9% may have access to electricity in the next 2 years. During your time, Tatana Biskop Matkam, especially with the alternative energy mix that we are bringing to the fore. One of the projects launched by Minister Dr. Ramathuba after the famous first of its kind, November 2024, President and his cabinet visit to Limpopo. It's a solar-powered energy project in the Musina municipality. 5 villages with 1,002 households in Madimbo, Mavete, Chungani, Masea, and Machena will by the end of April 2025 have access to solar electricity. This will be a game-changing experience as these communities will not only be having access to electricity for the first time in their lives, equally 5G network connectivity. The availability of these alternative energy sources will not stop the continuation of expansion of the grid. Honorable Speaker, esteemed colleagues, and the resilient people of our province, the Ministry of Electricity, in close collaboration with the Limpopo provincial government, will address the growing municipal debt and illegal electricity connection through an integrated strategy focusing on stabilizing municipal electricity businesses. Central to this partnership is the active partnering initiative, which includes comprehensive auditing and upgrading of our meters, direct billing systems linked to ESCOM, aggressive debt recovery measures, and robust infrastructure refurbishment. Additionally, a targeted program to eliminate load reduction will be piloted in the Nkowankowa within the Greater Tzaneen municipality. It has nothing to do with the speaker. This program will entail public awareness campaigns, expanding free basic electricity coverage, and a quantum to reduce the burden on indigent households, implementing smart meters and advanced metering infrastructure. Together, these interventions aim to restore the business confidence, enhance revenue management, reduce illegal connections, and significantly improve municipal service delivery, ultimately supporting local government's broader developmental mandate. Today, I stand before you with a vision that propels our province into a new era of energy empowerment and economic revitalization. In partnership with Ministry of Electricity, Limpopo is poised to become the first province in our nation to achieve universal access to energy. This ambitious goal will be realized through a strategic blend of grid-connected and innovative microgrid solutions, ensuring that every household from our bustling towns to the most remote villages is illuminated with reliable and sustainable power. Our commitment does not end there, honorable members. In a groundbreaking initiative, we've identified 3 municipalities. The first one being Maruleng, the second one being Elias Mutswaledi, and of course, my very own baby Tabazimbi, as pioneers in municipal energy security. These municipalities, in collaboration with the provincial government and the Ministry of Electricity, will spearhead the development of their own generation schemes, utilizing cutting-edge renewable energy technologies. This endeavor will ensure municipality reduce their reliance on bulk service providers, which will lower the cost burden of bulk electricity costs. This initiative is not merely about powering homes, but it is, of course, about igniting local economies. It's about enhancing the quality of supply and also making energy more affordable for all of us. By embracing these transformative projects, we're not only addressing the immediate energy needs of our community, but also laying the foundation for a sustainable development and economic growth. Together, we are lighting up Limpopo's path to a brighter, more prosperous future for every citizen. A commitment noted from this house last year was that ESCOM was going to build new transmission lines that will also help accommodate renewable energy across our province. Honorable members, I'm proud to report that our City of Stars, Polokwane, has recently been graded to level 6. This means that our ideal of getting a metro, the Deputy Minister is here, it's within reach. The reality, he's here, he's taking the notes. The reality is that our city is growing and it's requiring bulk infrastructure support like electricity. It is against this background that we welcome progress made thus far of the construction of 400 kilovolts line connecting Medupi Power Station to Polokwane. To date, since we pronounce, 150 kilometers of the total 220 have already been constructed. You can go and see them. There are other 400 kV lines that are still in development. One is in Jerere, the other one at Buruto, Slimela, not forgetting the Fosco Spencer, and again Fosco Marensky, including Liseding. They are anticipated to complete all of them by 2029. So, Honorable Speaker, we've also spoken about agriculture and said it is a backbone of our existence as Limpopo. We also acknowledge that while most of our communities can sustain themselves off the land, it is ideal that we put the land to good use by adding the commercial element in our operations. In our opening address in 2024, we committed to implement the Integrated Emerging Farmer Support Program. To that effect, we also invited Ms. Wendy Mushar, a mother who raised the children by selling vegetables from her backyard garden. We used her as an example at that time that Limpopo remains the leading province in terms of people who can work the land without the land. Today, we again invited Ms. Wendy Mushar as a special guest to the Premier. This time around, we want her to be a testimony of our last year commitment towards supporting emerging farmers. Through the departmental support, Ms. Wendy Mushar, who was operating from a backyard garden, is now operating in a 20-hectare land. the 6 months' time, she has been able to expand and diversify her farming. She's no longer operating from vegetables alone. She's now included poultry and livestock farming. She managed to create, as a start, 4 jobs. We are saying this to showcase that we are not men and women of empty words, but of tangible commitments. Me Wendy, they might think I'm lying. Where are you? Where is she? Oh, they will think, yes, there she is. Me Wendy, it's one of those who has proven to us that Limpopo people can work the land without the land. Now that we've given her the land, look what she has done to that land. So give people the land, they will work the land. Honorable Speaker, today we take a moment to also reflect on another success story. While it's different from Me Wendy, but it's a story of achievement in our nation, particularly in Limpopo, where we have this remarkable story to share. We invited also a founder of Sampada Private Equity. This is a young Black entrepreneur to inspire fellow Black entrepreneurs, highlighting that with determination, anything is possible. The COVID-19 pandemic served as a pivotal moment, emphasizing the need for food security and resilient system. Sampada, on the other hand, used the challenge as an opportunity to transition from building malls to sustainable farming, producing strawberries for export, a Black young, producing strawberries for export to Dubai, to Saudi Arabia, and Bahrain, all run by a dedicated team of young Black women. Agree, MEC Sebanda. It is during this period where the founder, Mr. Bafedile Mafulugele, and his business partner embarked also on cattle farming venture. Starting with just a mere 27 cattle, today they manage over 3,000 cattle and have expanded their irrigation from 15 to 300 hectares. Sampada is on track to becoming the largest 100% Black-owned red meat producer in Limpopo, creating over 300 jobs. This success, honorable members, this success story exemplifies that we can achieve what we can be achieved through commitment, what we can achieve through hard work, and also through resilience without any sense of entitlement. Our integrated emerging farmer support program has supported 14,939 farmers across various commodities. 10 smallholder farmers have been identified for commercialization program during the 7th administration. On our last year, we'll bring them, you'll see them. We are committed to assisting smallholder farmers in accessing markets and enhancing their productivity. Hence, to date, 139 agribusinesses have been assisted with marketing services. The last time we were here, honorable members, we made a clarion call for establishment of agro-processing plants within the province. It is in this connection that we are pleased to report that a yogurt processing plant shall be established here in Polokwane, and a beef abattoir shall be constructed in Mokopong in the foreseeable future. The relevant 2 MECs will give details on these 2 projects during their budget vote. The Department of Agriculture and Rural Development has advanced the implementation of the revitalization of agriculture and agro-processing value chain plan, focusing on various agricultural sectors to boost production and support Limpopo Development Plan. Honorable Speaker, I must be honest, it pains me every time I drive past the once renowned Zebediela citrus farm, seeing it in its hollow state, failing to rise from the ashes. This is despite our recent intervention, where 7 boreholes were drilled and a master plan was completed, with expectations of fruit production as committed previously in this August House, yet not much has materialized to date. Honorable members, our diagnosis is very clear. It is that there are challenges within the Community Property Association. And we have to work together to deal with this because it's taking us backwards. Hence, we have decided to elevate the matter to our relevant national ministry because in terms of the law, they are having the full mandate on Community Property Association. We seek their intervention because we want to restore Zebediela Dinamune. 6 months ago, we also made an undertaking that we shall work on resolving the challenges facing Leboagomo Chicken Abattoir and Mashashane Hatchery. We can now report back that all outstanding infrastructure challenges have been resolved by LEADER. And the Department of Agriculture and Rural Development, both of them, they've worked together and they've committed to me that we are now at advanced stage for their operationalization. There have been setbacks also because of vandalism in the broiler houses that were anticipated to supply. These setbacks mean that the people of Lepelle Nkumpi, who were meant to be employed, they are still unemployed. And they are the ones who vandalize this infrastructure. We would like to implore the community to take the responsibility of protecting these facilities, which are aimed at making sure we create jobs for our people, especially the young that are getting impatient with us. Our 2 MECs have intervened and they are monitoring the situation closely. And we are hoping their intervention will result in operationalization of the project sooner than later. But without your support as a community, this project will never be realized. Honorable Speaker, we are also planning to expand macadamia and avocado farming both in Wembe and in Mopani district. In Wembe, Thulamela municipality, Senzi Avomex farming, and in the Mopani, Tzanini, Greater Municipality, the Makhoba, Africa. Regarding vegetable production, the department will support 37 projects across the province. Amongst them, it's Tanani Matiko Disabled and Multipurpose, it's Modikwa Farming, it's Motlaka Musume Cooperative, it's Mwanedi Ablution, and Mazedi. The support will come through the development of irrigation system, of water reservoirs, and pack sheds across various farms by March 2026. Initiatives to support red meat production includes improving water storage, fencing, and animal handling facility across these various projects to enhance livestock management. Honorable members, we are also planning on hosting our very own provincial agricultural expo to promote investment in high-valued crops and acquiring mechanism equipment to assist farmers with infrastructure development during this coming financial year. We can't be a province that is strong in agriculture, but not having the agricultural expo. Part of our work as the provincial government is to support our SMMEs as they play a critical role in job creation. To this effect, we've put in place the integrated SMME and cooperative development plan as we made an undertaking in this house previously. We have also established the SMME support fund with a ring-fenced budget. Sadly, we must be honest, we have encountered a serious underperformance MEC debt over the last 3 years with disbursement of loans to SMMEs. Amongst others, reasons that were provided are that prospective clients are not meeting set qualification criteria, which is unacceptable. We are directing MEC Folidad to work with the agency leader to review all the criteria. You create the criteria and you use the criteria to say why you are not delivering on your target. It doesn't make sense. Leader, you must fulfill one of your key mandates, which is supporting SMMEs. On the brighter note, and as per our commitment, 30% of our procurement spend has been ring-fenced for SMMEs and cooperatives. The target set for SMMEs spend is 70%, and as per the LDP. But we must also proudly indicate to say by the end of third quarter of the current financial year, we had achieved 60% spend. That is for our provincial government. Honorable members, inclusive economy means that we must increase our support to small enterprises, to our entrepreneurs, and to our cooperatives, with focus mainly on women, especially in our case, Limpopo, rural women, the youth, and people with disability. We are therefore directing the economic cluster to devise implementing mechanism that will improve the participation of all these designated groups in the economic activities of our province. In any case, this is in line with our manifesto as the governing party, the African National Congress, and we dare not fail. Honorable members, you will be pleased to know that for the period 2024, April 2024 to January 2025, as a province, we have achieved a 30-day invoice payment compliance rate of 99.78%, placing us among the top 2 provinces in the country. This, we believe, has a greater impact on how we continue to support business and grow the economy of this province. This is one, at some stage we were at 67%. I know I was in health there. We are now at 99.78%. 6 months ago, we committed to continue with the work of revitalization of our industrial parks through maximum utilization of our entities. We are well on course to make sure that this is also achieved. Honorable members, as we finalize our LDP 2025-2030, we acknowledge that infrastructure planning and program management with specific focus on water, roads, energy, and sanitation are vital for supporting economic development. We acknowledge that water access in Limpopo has regressed to 64.2%, leaving 35.8% household of our people without this necessity. The growing population is adding into the burden of ailing water infrastructure across municipalities. In our 2024 address, we committed to ensure that functional provincial water task team to coordinate implementation of provincial water intervention strategy will be established. The provincial water task team with its technical working committee under the leadership of Office of the Premier has since been established. To date, a draft working document has been presented to the mayors for their inputs. Follow-up district roadshows will be held with mayors and MEC for cooperative governance, human settlement, and traditional affairs. MEC Makamu will be doing those roadshows. In addition, having declared war on inadequate access to water for our people, we have started with targeted intervention where a war room to support water services authority has been created, and it is currently fully functional. As a matter of fact, we've started with Polokwane municipality and shall continue to apply the same strategy across all water services authorities. We acknowledge, honorable members, that the increase of 1.2 million in population has not been met with same in terms of infrastructure development. Unfortunately, our hashtag Hinomati Fridays campaign, which was meant to accelerate water provision to our people, has not yet materialized to the level where we want it to be. It is for that reason that we'll work tirelessly with our water boards, with Department of Water and Sanitation, with water services authorities, in particular our municipalities, to find solutions for water needs. DWS is currently implementing a number of projects, including the raising of the Tsanin Dam wall, which is currently at 40%, while the pipeline from Nandoni Dam to Nsani Dam has been completed, supplying water to Giyani as needed. The remainder of the work to make people of Giyani to have access to water is at reticulation phase by the Mopani District Municipality. Honorable Speaker, since our last visit in September 2024, when we launched the Hinomati Fridays at Homu village in Giyani, significant progress has been registered. The first phase, covering 24 villages, has taken shape, with 12 villages receiving water. 7 of them reached practical completion of reticulation, and 5 are still under construction until June 2025. Your Worship, Executive Mayor Councillor Puleshai, one village at a time, and I know together we will get water to all our people. Honorable Speaker, it is a fact that roads infrastructure is a key enabler for economic development and job creation. The recent floods that has devastated our province have caused a major setback on the progress that we were making towards roads infrastructure development. Be it the Kharekare Wednesday, wherein we were prioritizing internal capacity for maintenance of our 13,500 kilometers of unpaved roads, or our hashtag Tibamikoti campaign that focused on patching potholes on the 6,500 kilometers of our tarred roads. We are, however, a resilient people that will not be deterred by such circumstances. Instead, challenges make us even more strong and navigate even better. We shall overcome. We shall repair these roads. We are going to fix those bridges in partnership with different stakeholders, including South African National Defence Force, our mining houses operating in our province, and SANRAL. We shall bridge over these troubled waters. Honorable members, I made a call to the community members to make input into my first state of the province address. Allow me, therefore, to firstly welcome some of the responses and comments on our social media platforms. Majority of them, they were emphasizing attention that is required on various roads across the province. We may not be able to respond to all the individuals' comments today. We are therefore directing the MEC for Limpopo, Department of Public Works, Roads and Infrastructure, to work with members of the infrastructure cluster and start prioritizing, classifying various roads in our province. Whether it's a local, it's a provincial, or it's a national road, let's start prioritizing them. This work will assist in prioritization of roads requiring urgent attention, including the type of rehabilitation needed. The MEC for Public Works, Roads and Infrastructure will elaborate further during his budget vote speech. Honorable Speaker, 6 months ago, we made a bold commitment to focus on building internal capacity with our Department of Public Works, Roads and Infrastructure. To that effect, we saw us not only celebrating the procurement and subsequent delivery of more than 300 units of Yellow Fleet, but also we welcome new recruits of plant operators and general workers who will be key towards continuous maintenance of our roads. Let me also take this opportunity to commend the sterling work done by MEC Rachweni, Pakana Hlabirwa, and your team of men and women who are working very hard to try to respond to the infrastructure challenges. Honorable members, our learners are not only being denied access to education because there are no bridges to cross the river. Equally, there are no classrooms as a result of this disaster to attend those lessons because these floods have wreaked havoc in our province. It is for that reason that we have taken a decision to establish a disaster reserve fund, which will cater for such unforeseen occurrences exacerbated by effects of climate change. The decision to establish the fund was taken by EXCO, informed by the turnaround time in the Classification and Declaration of Disaster in terms of Disaster Management Act 57 of 2002. Not forgetting that climate change effects will be with us for a very long time. So the MEC for Finance will give details on this matter during the provincial budget speech, because not only are roads and schools requiring urgent funding, but health infrastructure, human settlement, libraries, and all other public amenities. Honorable members, after this, we must earnestly plan around strengthening our provincial disaster management center, its capacity to respond, its locations, as well as resources to enable it to respond promptly to any disaster that strikes us. Honorable members, in the spirit of renewal, we undertook a comprehensive audit of our incomplete infrastructure projects, similar to a gardener tending to a neglected garden. We have reactivated many of these dormant initiatives, breathing life into the famous Maputa Malachi outpatient department and clinical support building, which now stands as a beacon of hope in the healthcare accessibility for the people of Wapalaburwa municipality. Many of our projects are now in full bloom, actively being implemented. However, we acknowledge that some flowers have not yet blossomed, specifically the Libuahomu Emergency Medical Services, the PMU schools, Lemana and Tusanang schools. We call upon our dedicated team at the Department of Public Works, Roads and Infrastructure, alongside with our implementing agency, to diligently finalize an action plan to ensure that this project equally flourish. Honorable members, the Limpopo Department of Education stands as a steadfast lighthouse, illuminating the path towards quality basic education, as enshrined in Section 29, subsection 1 of the Constitution of the Republic of South Africa, 1996. This section is not merely a legal obligation. It is a promise to every citizen that education is a right, not a privilege. It is on that note that we are improving school readiness by successfully implementing the National Integrated Early Childhood Development Policy. This has allowed 138,226 children aged 0 to 4 years to access registered ECD programs. We have funded through Department of Education 2,100 registered ECD center, and we have trained 720 practitioners on the national curriculum framework. Honorable Speaker, we are doing this to lay a solid foundation for emergent literacy and mathematics. We have furthermore invested in the future by having enrolled 40 ECD practitioners at the University of Venda to pursue a Bachelor in Education in Early Childhood Development. This investment is like planting seeds that will grow into a forest of educated minds, ready to tackle the challenges of tomorrow and contributing towards the exceeding of the 2% economic growth target that we are aspiring to achieve by 2029. So, Honorable Speaker, our province has witnessed a remarkable rise in grade 12 matric learner performance, with the overall pass rate soaring from 79.5% in 2023 to 85.1% in 2024. Of course, we want to take this opportunity to once more congratulate the matric class of 2024, which has made us proud as a province and helped us to be counted amongst the top 6 in the country, from having been at some stage permanent resident of number 9 to where we are today. It's no mean feat. And of course, our words of special appreciation must also go to the sterling political leadership by our MEC, Bonya Muope, Muopandara, Mabungu, Lurudi Ramakanya, Kororo Wasongozi, Tabaya Bazanan, Muirafuri, Gwandalanar. And all her generals, from our acting HOD to the educator in the classroom. This praise is not coming, it's not for free. Our new goal, that's why this praise singing is coming to this sentence. Our new goal is to elevate this pass rate to surpass the current, with aspiration to finally reaching the 90% goal in the long term. In this digital age, we are embracing the 4th industrial revolution by equipping our schools with technology that enhances teaching and learning. This commitment to innovation is not just about keeping a pace, it is about leading the charge into future where our learners are prepared to thrive. The Limpopo Department of Education is also placing focused attention on planning, resourcing, and delivery. They are further designating focus schools that will offer curricula aligned to the economic sector in the province. Prioritized curriculum offerings and alignment will include subject fields such as agriculture, mining, tourism, science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. The implementation starts now, 2025-2026, with a baseline of 27 focus schools already designed, including 8 schools of agriculture that have been established, with a target of 55 focus schools in the outer year of MTF. School infrastructure development is the final piece of our educational puzzle. We have dedicated to creating a conducive learning environment by providing adequate classroom, sanitation, and water infrastructure to our public schools. Honorable members, we are proud to report back that we have started with a program of handing over new schools and new blocks of our classrooms. Just the day before yesterday, we were together with the MEC in Sekhukhune district, Elias Motsoaledi, and also Mkurutamaga municipality, heading over state-of-the-art, the Khalaopeng and Mpelecheng primary schools, respectively. I'm told kids in the ECD, MECs are refusing not to go to school. They are demanding to go to school even on Saturday and on Sunday because of the beauty and also the sanitation, those toilets that we have built, proudly brought to you by the loving and caring ANC-led government. We will be opening one school at a time until all, ke understand, at a time, until all our schools are conducive for learning and teaching. We are, however, concerned and worried that majority of our infrastructure projects are not completed in stipulated period, leading to project budget escalation and at some stage under expenditure, especially on conditional grants, where money is returned to the fiscus. This is mainly as a result of this so-called construction mafias who stops a project, delay projects while making at times unjustifiable demands. We are calling upon communities to work with their traditional leadership, to work with their relevant departments and municipalities to make sure that communities benefit within the framework of the law when a project is being implemented. Our experience with the MEC at Mpilecheng School in Sekhukhune, according to the principal, she sang praises to the executive mayor and councillors, a worship councillor, Mukhalead, Marunoga, to having intervened. According to the principal, the executive mayor had to come in like a woman, and call all the construction mafias, or this school will be built and it will be finished, and the school was built and the school was finished. So let's do the same. Let's follow. Because this is about the future of our children. The eradication of pit latrines is our priority, and we are on track to address the backlog of 19 schools in the upcoming 2025-2026 financial year. Manana Chipikar, na n'wina vachaviseki hinkwenu. Lembe leri nga hundza hi tivisile leswaku hi ta tirhisana na nkulukumba Holobye wa Dyondzo ya le Henhla, Dokotela Nobuhle Phamela Nkabane, ku katsa na vurhangeri bya Yunivhesiti ya Thekinoloji ya le Tshwane. Vona Mchaviseki xandla xa Khanselara Professor Tinyuku Maluleke ku sungula rhavi ra Yunivhesiti ya le Giyani. Manana Xipikara, hi tinyungubyisa hi ri xifundzankulu xa Limpopo hikuva migingiriko yi ya emahlweni ku tumbuluxa rhavi leri. Murhangeri wa rhavi leri u thoriwile naswona va ri i ta sungula ntirho wa yena n'hweti leyi yi taku ya Nyenyankulu. Hambi swilo tano, hi twa ku vava hikoka leswi yin'wani ya miako ya khale ya college ya Giyani yi onhiwile, leswi lavaku ku ri yi rhanga hi ku lunghisiwa. Swi nga sweswi tidyondzo ti ta sungula lembe leri taku ra 2026 endzhaku ka loko hi ta va hi lunghisile miako leyi. Yunivhesiti leyi yi ta dyondzisa tidyondzo to fana na thekinoloji na swa vurimi. Muhlomphei Mme Spikara, Mupresidente wa naga Morena Matamela Cyril Ramaphosa, nakong ye a etetše lefaseng la borena la Sekhukhune, o file taela go mohlomphei tona ya thuto ya ko godimo gore a šomišane le boetapele bja province ya rena ya Limpopo go kgonthišitša gore college ya tša meepo le mešomo ya botekniki ya matsogo e a hlongwa mo lefaseng la borena la Sekhukhune. Ke ka fao re tšereng matsapa a o boledišana le tona ya thuto go phethagatša taelo ya mopresidente. Tona ya thuto ya godimo o tshepisitše gore o tlo simolola ngwaga o wa ditšhelete a thoma lenanego ka o aga community skill center gona kwa Sekhukhune. Re leboga kgošikgolo mmagorena Hlapogadi ka gore le a re thekga kudu mo morerong o mogolo wa go aga college ya tša meepo ka kwa lefaseng la meepo la borena la Sekhukhune. Bahlomphei, morero mongwe o mogolo ke go kgonthišitša gore dikantoro tša selete tša mmušo tša Sekhukhune di tloge mo Leboakgomo di boele ga botšona. Ka gore theeletšang ka gore taba ye
Order, honorable members. Let us not disrupt the premier.
ka gore taba ye ya gore moofisiri go na o tshwana le moofisiri wa tša maphelo a tloge kliniki ya practiciere go tliša diforomo gore di tlo sainiwa mo seleting sa Capricorn ka mo Leboakgomo ga se yona. We have therefore resolved to revive the interministerial committee to expedite the relocation process. Honorable Speaker, we need a healthy community to grow the economy. In recent years, we've seen an improvement in life expectancy. This is as a result of our health intervention that are primarily aimed at the enhancing longevity of our people. We have been able to increase the life expectancy of women from the average age of 56.6 in 2001 to the current 68.3. We have similarly been able to increase life expectancy for men from the average age of 52.9 in 2009 and 1 to the current 63.2. This is attributed to our progressive response to management and treatment of infectious disease, mainly the HIV, AIDS, TB, STI, and also malaria. We are, however, concerned about the increase of burden of disease as a result of non-communicable diseases, the so-called lifestyle diseases. We direct the MEC for Health to focus on an awareness campaign targeting all this preventative disease. I want to remind her that she's not the MEC for disease, but the MEC for health. Visit her when you are healthy so that she can advise you to keep healthy. Honorable Speaker, in our quest to continue utilizing advanced technology to accelerate healthcare delivery, we are for the first time as a province in the process of acquiring a positron emission tomography, PET CT scan unit worth 42 million for the nuclear medicine department at Petersburg Hospital. We are on track for NHI. Honorable members, we are now beginning to experience the positive impact of procuring and commissioning ambulances annually. The 6th administration at that time took a resolution that on an annual basis, they will procure ambulances, and that was pronounced by the former premier. We must report as a 7th administration, we are now beneficiary of the work that was done. This is evidenced by the ambulance response time, where in urban and rural response times were now realized at 98.2% and 98.7% respectively. This percentage was never achieved since the dawn of democracy. Our commitment towards 24-hour clinic service can only be achieved by adequate nursing personnel. Hence, we've started with the recruitment processes of 313 permanent professional nurses to run the clinics 24 hours, and also 40 permanent staff nurses. The major concern will remain safety of our staff. Hence, we have directed the MEC to review our norms and standards regarding security at our health facilities. Because when the clinic doesn't operate 24 hours, unfortunately, people who suffer the most, it's the mothers and their unborn child. But people who rape nurses are males. We need to work with our male counterparts, not in your name. You have to assist us. Health is a labor-intensive department, and a successful NHI implementation will not only require medical officers, but also medical specialists. It is for that note that we are directing MEC for Health once more to work with the MEC for Finance to prioritize the appointment of medical officers. On a positive note, we have now seen an improvement and an increase in the number of medical specialists recruited to work in our province. We have now exceeded 160 as compared to when we started in 2017, we were at 20. The construction of the Provincial Central Academic Hospital is progressing to our satisfactory, with progress on site above 23%. This hospital will render high-quality medical treatment for complex cases while developing clinical skills for our medical students. In addition, the hospital is expected to focus on medical research as we strive to advance treatments and develop new medical therapy. Honorable Speaker, 6 months ago, we directed the MEC for Social Development, the MEC for Transport and Community Safety, and also the MEC for Health to lead us in the battle against gender-based violence and femicide. By so doing, we directed them to convene a provincial social crime summit, working in partnership with the South African Police Services. Honorable members, the summit was held successfully. It was attended by more than 200 delegates, representing relevant and wide range of stakeholders. It was held on the first week of December 2024. Resolutions of the summit are now being implemented. The recent brutal attacks on our nurses while on duty and another devastating incident that happens this week of 4 of our students attacked in their residential areas within the Mopani district simply confirms the notion that we have become a capital city of gender-based violence and femicide. It is on that note that we once more direct our MEC, led by the MEC for Social Development, to continue with monitoring and the implementation of these resolutions, which are also focusing on preventing of these crimes. We are calling on our people to desist from the abuse of substances and alcohol, as these are also the contributory factors to a high number of domestic and gender-based violence and femicide, as well as other serious crimes. We are continuing with our efforts to ensure that our province is a safe haven, free from crime. The more reason our law enforcement agency are on the ground daily fighting crime. We are setting up roadblocks, conducting awareness campaigns, and fighting illegal mining. But we will never win unless society is behind us. Therefore, Madam Speaker, I must also remind you that we have done well with coordination and campaigns on road safety. For that note, I would like to extend our words of appreciation as the Executive Council to members of this legislature, including members of the National Assembly and NCOP, not forgetting our executive mayors and also our mayors who heeded our call as the Executive Council to support our Arrive Alive campaigns during festive season. Road safety, it's everybody's business. Road safety is not just a festive season campaign, but an all year round activity. As part of fighting poverty, our Social Development Department is currently implementing social relief programs wherein nearly 8,000 individuals facing hardship due to disasters and other social conditions are currently being assisted. Thank you, MEC Boradziran. On the other hand, Coxta's mandate is clear: to provide housing, access to basic services, and economic opportunity. Out of the 4,555 units target, 4,469 houses units are completed during and are completed, including 54 for military veterans. This outstanding improvement in performance has resulted in additional 500 million allocation for 23-24 and 24-25 financial years. I'm told it was taken from Western Cape. Let's take this opportunity to congratulate MEC Tatana Bioscope Makam. I don't know and your team for turning things around. Well done, MEC, and keep it up. When they don't spend, they will give the money to us. This is indeed an affirmation of Stats SA report that Limpopo performs better than all provinces in providing formal dwelling. Honorable members, the creative industry has become part of our sunrise economy. Our recent successful bid to host Bafana Bafana after a very long time will go a long way, not only encouraging social cohesion, but also positive economic spin-offs for the entire province. We are therefore calling upon all members to be the first one to buy tickets. Executive Mayor Makoro and MEC Maseko, they don't have complimentary tickets. We are all buying these tickets. We will continue to work with the municipality to make sure different sporting codes are hosted within our city. Honorable Speaker, as an endeavor to protect and preserve our culture and heritage, our province continues to host the Marula and Mapungubye festivals. We shall continue to support, profile, while uplifting the standards of this festival so that they have a national and marketable footprint. In 2 days' time, we will be hosting the annual Marula Festival there by Palawur. As a build-up to this festival, we have held a successful marathon and the Kuluma Bukanyi, taste of the first fruit of Marula across all our district. Social cohesion has been further bolstered by the celebration of our national days, the Freedom Day, the Africa Day, and also the Heritage Day, which have united our communities in festivities and dialogue. The series of community conversation and multilingual campaigns have not only promoted cultural diversity and indigenous language, but have also forged stronger bonds amongst our citizens, transcending tribal, gender, and racial differences. Our support for arts and culture extends to empowering our creative industries. Over 2,800 artists have been uplifted through a diverse range of events and creative projects. Furthermore, nearly 1,300 practitioners have benefited from capacity building programs designed to enhance their skills in writing, business planning, and authorship. This investment in our creative talent is a testimony to our belief that arts and culture are a powerful catalyst for economic growth and social regeneration. Honorable Speaker, the participation in social cohesion activities have remarkably demonstrated how much we are one people as a province. It is for this reason that we should steadfastly guard against elements that seek to draw us back to the apartheid and colonial times where people were separated along tribal lines. We do not have room for tribalism in our province. We have dismantled its roots, coming out of inferiority and lack of trust in our ability to build a united and strong Limpopo. We must be proud of the Limpopo we are currently building. Honorable members, our commitment to building a capable, ethical, and developmental state is unwavering. We have coordinated the human resource development programs as well as partnering with SETAs to develop skills across the province. There is a functional Limpopo Skills Development Forum where all SETAs participate. Honorable Speaker, when we ask contributions to our speech on our social media platform, at Changing Things S, on X, what the formerly known as Twitter, we still call it Twitter, site, open quote. The people of the province would like to hear the Premier announce that she will prioritize the engineering profession and engineers. BECM on the other side, on Facebook, also follow with the same trend by saying, I would recommend that the number of CAA, Chartered Accountants Academy posts, be increased from 4 to at least 10 so that the contribution towards the efficient control environment on the provincial entities, including the municipalities, can be enhanced, and for the contribution on the strategy regarding the sustainable and growing business operations of the province. It is for this reason, honorable members, that we shall engage on a campaign to increase rare professions within the province, bring skills back to the province that will help build our economic output and governance. With increased offerings in higher education and vocational training, we are likely to keep most of our young people who are migrating to other provinces. Honorable members, our work is also to make our municipalities perform their duties through support. The district development model have been largely implemented across the province, wherein we have already appointed all our MECs as the district development champions. Similarly, we've begun supporting municipalities by allowing the Executive Council to hold meetings in targeted municipalities in line with the DDM approach. We recently held our extended Executive Council in line with the DDM approach in the Lepelle-Mkumpi municipalities. Honorable members, during our opening of the legislature on the 2nd of August 2024, following a number of complaints regarding dysfunctional Tabazimbi municipality, local municipality, we made a commitment that we will intervene, and in our intervention, we will be decisive. We would like to report that after successful by-election, a new council has been established, and stabilization processes is progressing very well. And as a provincial government, we are supporting that municipality. The MEC has been there maybe more than twice since the establishment of the new council. Honorable Speaker, service delivery goes hand in hand with clean governance. Investor confidence is dependent on clean governance. There are pockets of excellence within our municipalities. Honorable Speaker, join us in extending our congratulations to Capricorn District Municipality, led by Her Worship Mbokoto Executive Mayor, Councillor Mamidou P. Tefo. and Waterberg District Municipality, led by His Worship, Executive Mayor, Councillor Jack Maeko, for attaining a clean audit. Clean audits, Matso. Hey, these are clean audits. Their dedication.
Honorable Premier, let's proceed with the speech.
Their dedication to sound governance and financial accountability sets a commendable example, and we encourage all municipalities to follow their lead in achieving clean audits and strengthening financial management. Additionally, several provincial departments have also achieved clean audits, reflecting good governance and prudent financial oversight. This includes the Office of the Premier, Provincial Treasury, Department of Sports, Arts and Culture, and the Limpopo Legislature, Honorable Speaker. And our entities, the Limpopo Gambling Board, this is quite encouraging that people are gambling in a clean way. Limpopo Tourism Authority and Limpopo Connection. We urge all departments to work diligently to maintain and improve their audit outcomes. Those who have consistently received unqualified audits must remain vigilant, as complacency can lead to regression. We similarly call on all departments and entities to intensify their efforts towards excellence in financial accountability. Let us continue to work together towards a harmonious, progressive, and well-governed province. Honorable members, the VBS debacle remains an albatross around our neck as the provincial government of Limpopo. However, we are elated that the bank's liquidator have so far recovered 617 million. That accounts for 25.6% of the lost money. This is a very good case for a liquidation case, because normally such cases file for less than 5% of the recoveries. Having said that, it is our considered opinion that all the former clients of the bank must receive equitable treatment from the bank's liquidators. The category of clients we are more concerned about includes the Stokvels. We are including Burial Society, not forgetting our individual depositors, especially our grannies, who some of us are no longer with us. Honorable Speaker, hardly a few days ago, Honorable Speaker, hardly a few days after President Matamela Cyril Ramaphosa had recognized the queenship of Her Majesty Queen Masalanabo the 7th of the Balobedu Queenship, it rained and rained and rained. It's still raining. To no end. I'm told, after receiving your invitation to this house, she knew that I have to look nice. The rain will disturb Ape Pula Sieta, Pula Yaem, because she's in the house. This rain from the east covered the whole of Limpopo and went on for the entire January and February 2025. Those of us who understand the legend of the Rain Queen were not surprised as we saw the connection between the heavens and the kingdoms that has been restored to its rightful heir. Congratulations. We will also like to celebrate the remarkable achievement of our Queen Masalanabo and congratulate her on passing a grade 12, knowing that there's still room for her to continue with her studies. Let's all support our Queen. Honorable members, once again, we extend our heartfelt congratulations to our Queen Mother, Queen Manyaku Tulare Hlapuhat, on her appointment as the acting king of the Bapedi kingship. We are calling upon all the Bapedi kingdom subject. Let's support our Queen Mother so that we can see progress in this Sekhukhune land. Khabeiwe vakororo va masingo ahara mabulana ndiyamba veiwe vadhulu vachilwa vusiku ni to litsha nnḓu i tshi swa no lavhelesana pfamo i ya to dzhena ḓaka no lavhelesana a ri koni ngani u dzula fhasi ra tandulula iḽi fhungo shango ḽa kona u lala ra ḓo kona u vhuyedzedza tshirunzi tsha vhuhosi ha vhavenḓa. Honorable Speaker, on assumption of office, we were confronted with a myriad cases of dispute involving traditional leadership. Some cases were in court and others were referred to the Office of the Premier for finalization. As a provincial government, we have begun the process of establishing an advisory panel which will be tasked with addressing disputes amongst traditional leaders. We urge all stakeholders to support this panel, ensuring that disputes are resolved amicably before escalating to the courts. The judge who's here has asked me to tell you that please let's resolve our issues without having to go to courts, and it's possible. Honorable members, as we approach the initiation school season, we have noted irregularities in certain districts where established guidelines are not being adhered to. We call upon all senior traditional leaders who are the custodians of initiation school to strictly comply with the laws that govern initiation practice. The Premier's advisory team will provide a detailed schedule to ensure that initiation schools operate in alignment with the academic calendar. It is imperative that we strike a balance between preserving our cultural traditions, which is very critical, but also ensuring that learners who are our children do not miss out on their formal education. Honorable Speaker, Limpopo is poised to play a significant role in the upcoming G20 meetings, hosting a series of important gatherings that will bring together global leaders and experts to discuss critical issues. Over the course of 2025, Limpopo will welcome distinguished delegations from around the globe, turning our towns, specifically the enchanting Woodspruit and the bustling Polokwane, into lively intersections of ideas and innovations, from agricultural chief scientists meeting to discussions on the digital economy and artificial intelligence. Our province will become a canvas where the brush strokes of collaboration paint a brighter future for all. Imagine each meeting as a seed planted in our communal land. The agricultural chief scientist will sow ideas that can flourish into sustainable farming practices, enriching not only our local farmers, but also ensuring food security for generations to come. The financial architecture working group will cultivate the roots of fiscal know-how, nourishing the economy landscape of Limpopo, enabling it to grow stronger and more resilient. In the realm of tourism, hosting a G20 is akin to opening the gates of our garden to the world. Each delegate, each guest is a traveler who will uncover the hidden treasures of Limpopo, the majestic landscape of the Kruger National Park, and Mapungubwe Heritage Site, the rich tapestry of our cultural heritage and the warm hospitality of our people. As they walk our path and breathe our air, they will share stories of their experiences, becoming ambassadors of our province. This ripple effect will invite more visitors to explore the beauty that Limpopo has to offer. Let us embrace the G20 meetings as an opportunity to showcase the richness and hospitality of Limpopo, a province that is ready to share its bounty with the world. As we prepare our garden for this grand event, let us remember that the fruits of our labor will not just benefit us today, but will also sow seeds of opportunity for our future generations. Honorable members, I would like, as I conclude, to take this opportunity to appreciate the governing party, my political home, my organization, the African National Congress, for having given me the opportunity to serve the people of this province. On behalf of my executive council, we would also like to thank the standing and oversight committees of the Limpopo legislature who have been instrumental in driving and monitoring of our work throughout. We still look forward to their guidance in this 7th administration. We also would like to thank our provincial administration as led by the Director General and HODs, not forgetting our DDGs and all public servants in the province. We thank you in advance because we know you are going to help us achieve the goals in the implementation of the Limpopo Development Plan. I want also to take this opportunity to thank my family, especially my strong pillar, my mother in particular, for her support. It has not been easy at times, but they've always been able to keep up with me. In conclusion, Madam Speaker, Limpopo's transformation is not the task of government alone. It belongs to all of us, the private sector, our communities, and the civil society. We must stand together as co-owners of this new chapter. We call on investors to seize the vast opportunity we are unlocking. We urge our people, whether here at home or across the country and the world, to bring their skills, they must bring their networks, and they must bring investment back to build the Limpopo of our dreams. I thank you. Ndoribua na Kensa, kia leboga, baya danki.
For addressing the people of the province. Na ge pula ikhutshi ke be ke re o rumile nna o go pula plate bele ke a go re bele o leboga beng ba mabu. Thank you so much, Honorable Premier. Thank you so much for addressing the people of the province. We shall now call upon the Honorable, the Deputy Speaker, Tebogo Mamrobela, to make the vote of thanks and announcements.
Thank you very much, Madam Speaker, the Premier, the Chief Whip, Chair of Chairs, the members in the House, our very own Her Majesty, and of course our acting Queen for Kingship of Bapedi, na mahosi ya borine, Botobere na Misanda, ndiko barumelisa kano masiara. Today is indeed a great day for the people of Limpopo. The Honorable Premier, Dr. Phophi Ramathuba Singo, has set a tone for the provincial government service delivery roadmap for the 7th administration and outline key strategic focus for the 2025 and 2026 financial year. There are key deliverables outlines by the Premier, which will benefit the citizen of Limpopo. And we want to thank you for that, Honorable Premier. We expect the departments to provide detailed plan of action during their budget speech presentations. Thank you very much, Honorable Premier, for your leadership. We are certain that the people of Limpopo will receive quality services they rightfully deserve. As the Limpopo legislature, we will play our oversight role in ensuring that the people of Limpopo benefit from provincial government programs. I also want to thank you, Honorable Speaker, Me Makoma Grace Makurupechi, Dr. Grace Makoma Makurupechi. We will certainly invite you. For presiding over this important sitting, the Makurupeche family, we thank you. Limanamela family, we thank you. Would also want to thank my family also, the Mamrovela and the Maifos. Also, let me thank the members of parliament, also the members of NCOP. We thank you, we see you there. The members of Executive Council, who just got further instructions just now by the Premier, we thank you. And all members of legislature, which here we've got now, because there is a doctor of the Speaker, now we've got 3 doctors here in the legislature of Limpopo. We've got Dr. Cheselane, and we've got Dr. Malivana, and of course our Honorable Speaker, and of course our Honorable Speaker, Dr. Makurupecha, and our very own medical doctor, Dr. Phophi Singo Ramathuba. So we thank you very much, members of this August Out. We also want to thank our leaders, especially our traditional leaders. Of course, our beautiful queens. Votovere na misanda ya vorine. Na vakololo vote. Rofana vakololo vonyamofe. Vachiko rendiyo. Richiko to Rebecca number 5. We appreciate your presence. We also want to thank our distinguished guests, our media. Also, we want to thank all of you as you are here today supporting us, the guests of honorable members and their partners, of course. We'll also want to express our gratitude to all of you that have graced this occasion, in particular, the staff of Limpopo legislature being led by our secretary, Dr. Make. We also want to thank you, the MEC of Public Works, Makherekhere. As legislature, we are seeing an improvement. Our legislature, as you enter today, is very clean. You can see our roads are being painted again. Our lights are being restored here. So we want to thank you for everything that you have done. I also heard that the Premier today was sitting in her office for the first time. The office that was last set by the former Premier, Tatemlot. So we want to thank you for that public works with your team. We also want to thank you, Lepelle Nkumbi Municipality, for everything that you have assisted us. and also giving us the hall that all of us were going to have lunch in. We thank you very much, Mayor Rawarina. We also want to thank all our law enforcement, also all our EMS, our joint operation committees, and venue operation committees for ensuring that this event is successful. We want to thank you very much for really coming and be part of this, the calendar of Limpopo, of course, one of the biggest days in Limpopo. Thank you very much, all our guests. Honorable members and guests and our VIP will all go and have lunch at Lepelle Nkumbi Hall, the one that our mayor has given us for free. We thank you very much for that. We are all going to that hall. And all our guests and VIP, please adhere to the traffic rules as they proceed to the hall. Our protocol officers will be waiting for you at the hall and they will usher you. The lunch for all officials, security clusters, cultural groups, and other stakeholders will be at the legislature basement parking. Our protocol officers will also be ushering you there to that basement area. Thank you very much, Madam Speaker.
While you are sitting down, DS, you can sit down. But you must know that you will be referred to the ethics committee for saying things that are not official in the formal sitting. So I think Dr. Chair Selani and Dr. Mate will be responsible for that ethics committee meeting. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Honorable members, I think it will be not right for me because there are some other senior traditional leaders who were here which we could not acknowledge, which we should apologize. Renale Ndabezitha Osintangwisi va represent the national, va represent Limpopo in the National House, va ona le bana le rena mo. I'm recognizer. Khoshira di mewa ka mtwampi ke le bone ke shetše ke tšwetše pele re le amogetše mara gape go na le mešate ya mo lepelleng Nkumbi ye re amogetšeng. Mphatlele Traditional Authority, Kekana Traditional Authority, Matabata Traditional Authority, Chweni Traditional Authority, Mafefe Traditional Authority, Ledwaba Traditional Authority, and Selwan. Ba emetšwe le kgono mo ge re ka se ba recognize re ka se humane dijo. So they are warmly recognized and re apologize ge re sa ba recognize ka nako. Again, normally in our sitting as the legislature, I therefore want to apologize to Honorable Magolo Matlebiane. We know it's our birthday today. Happy birthday. We'll be able to sing for you when visitors are gone. But we acknowledge today's your birthday. Happy birthday. Thank you so much. Thanks very much, honorable members. We now come to the end of our sitting. This house is adjourned to Tuesday, the 4th March 2025 at 10 o'clock in the legislative chamber here in Lebolwa Khomu. The house is adjourned.